Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of TKS. And you're thinking, well, why wouldn't you call this a quick hits episode? It's not on Tuesday. What are you doing?
Oh, right. We have to say that.
Yeah, we do.
We have to talk about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are switching TKS and quick hits, or quick hits to TKS.
We're merging them together.
So that way you're not spending a whole hour, 2 hours, whatever, watching us talk, and now you're going to be listening to, 15-minute videos at best. Because
you want to tell the reason why?
Well, we'll get to that at the end, but right now, this is kind of a quick hit.
This is the Keel Show.
This is the Keel Show, but it's kind of a quick hits kind of thing because
we're changing the format. So,
we've
been doing this for less than a month.
Yeah.
And we're changing the format.
Yep.
It's going to work, I think.
Olympic hockey, ladies and gentlemen. Ugh.
The men's, at least. The men's.
Well, let's talk about men's first.
Well, no, we're going to go for the men's. Because we
we'll
went over the women's on
the Keel podcast. But we'll get to that later. So
this is an outlet. Because that was a plug.
Oh, stop.
Woo!
So, men's hockey, let's talk about that. We have a couple upsets here and
a few big ones. Well,
big ones.
It just showed how wide open. We knew this tournament was going to be wide open.
We said that at the beginning in that first
in our preview.
In our Olympic preview episode.
Which you can probably find the related videos
somewhere here. We always do this where we always point. It's somewhere.
Follow the finger.
It's somewhere.
Follow the finger.
It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
You're the reason why we're not on Spotify.
Yep. No, I would be the reason why we're on Spotify because
I appeal to millennials.
I do appeal to millennials.
Anyways.
Hit him with that dab. Okay.
Oh, he kept calling. Oh yeah. So Thomas, it was funny during a game that we call for a certain universe. He actually kept calling it Danby. Remember 23?
Dabney.
She kept calling her Dabney, and I'm like,
that's funny.
Good thing you weren't there. Because he would have just kept been doing
and
the.
So the first
back to our regular scheduled programming.
So it was the first
the first two games of the tournament.
Yeah, the first game in particular, the Slovaks coming over the Olympic athletes from Russia 3-2.
Well, it was a crazy game. It started off pretty even, and that's what shocked everyone was that you thought the Russians, because they had all the KHL talent. They had Datsuk. It just seemed like the goaltending wasn't there to begin the game, and Slovakia came out of the gate. They didn't come out of the gate. They came out the same as the Russians, but then they got the late goal there to get the 3-2 win in regulation, which is huge because in international hockey, it's 3 points for a regulation win, 2 for an overtime or shootout win. So that was huge for Slovakia and got them off and running. However, as we will see here, that didn't do much, but the next game obviously was massive because the United States, they don't have the NHLers.
No. So they're already struggling. They're already suffering.
But they're playing Slovenia.
But they still have that reputation of the big three, Russia, Canada, U.S.
Part of the big six.
Which is, the top three of the six, if you want to.
Yeah.
Or the most popular, excuse me.
Right.
Because some people say that Sweden is not as popular as the United States in hockey. Regardless.
Nah, those are a bunch of idiots.
Slovenia coming over the United States. Also 3-2.
Well, that game was interesting because I turned it on. It was Valentine's Day morning, obviously, and happy
hearts here.
I get out of bed, and Kelly and I are about to go to breakfast. I turn the game on just to check it out. Slovenia scored. I'm like, it's 2-1. I'm like, well, this would be an interesting finish, wouldn't it? So we drive down to go get breakfast, and we get to our table, and it said it was tied 2-2. I'm like, I got to turn this on. I turn it on, and it was overtime. And Jan Mersak, who actually got the tying goal, which I found out, which I watched later, gets the game winner.
Yeah, for all the Grand Rapids fans.
I slammed the table. I'm like, this is amazing. This tournament is wide open.
At Denny's?
This was at Denny's. I only went, oh my gosh.
Well, with all of your China and everything, it started being like, ching.
No, it was before we ordered.
Oh.
Before we just got
Well, then all the old people
it literally just got to the table, and then it was over. It was absolutely ridiculously crazy.
Wow.
So that was huge there. But this was just a wide open tournament. I mean, if we look at one of the games, where was the other one? I think, Germany only lost to Sweden 1-0. The Sweden team that I had bragged about, they went Globetrotters on Norway. This is going to be a team to beat. And they barely beat Germany. They were able to, thankfully finish off, with a 3-1 win over Finland so they can win the group. So they just basically win because of that. Obviously not in goal differential.
Right.
So But this was a great... And Slovenia got 2 wins because they beat Slovakia. Slovakia, who beat the Russians and then lose to the U.S. and Slovenia. They finished last in Group B.
Well, because Slovenia right now, they have the 2 overtime winners.
So, the 2 overtime wins.
And then 1 loss, though, with a whole points of 4.
If they had... Imagine they won those 2 games.
They have possible...
they could have... Slovenia, if they had won those 2 games in regulation...
No, they're still possibly eligible for the quarterfinals.
That's everyone. Well, no, because everyone's in the playoff. Remember, the top 4 advance to the quarterfinals. So, we'll get to that. We'll get to the playoffs The top 4 automatically make it to the quarters, and then the rest of the teams play each other to see who gets in. We'll get to those games here in a second.
Yeah.
But if Slovenia had won those 2 games in regulation...
They're in.
They're going. They win the group.
Well, here's the thing. I think Slovenia.
Well, no, they probably would have tied.
Slovenia could not beat Russia in.
Well, I had mentioned on the podcast. I had mentioned that I knew what was going to happen. I said Russia's going to come out strong, and they did. They were hungry after that loss to Slovenia, and they absolutely whooped them. So
because they're angry,
right? So
he's angry. He's angry.
So let's look at here. Well, let's move forward to the playoffs now. So the playoffs. So the top 4 teams that make it were the group winners. So Russia won Group B.
So
the Czechs won Group A.
And Sweden.
After they forgot to mention they beat Canada in a shootout. Ironically, the Czechs beat the Canadians in a shootout in the Olympics.
And then
deja vu.
And then Sweden won Group C. And so that means, that's the top 3 groups.
That's top 3. And then Canada was able to get 7 points because they had the 2 regulation wins and the shootout loss. They had 7 points, so they advanced. They advanced.
And then the other 2...
Nope, that's it. Nope, just the top 4.
No, only the top 4?
Only the top 4 advance to the quarter. So the remaining 8 play against each other in a playoff. So the playoffs are as followed. So tomorrow night, so this is being shot on Sunday. So Monday, 10 o'clock, great time. Slovakia will play the United States. Both teams are 1-1-1 with an overtime loss, and that'll be, I think, in that game. Let's see what we thought here. I think Slovakia, if they can bring out what they did against Russia, they beat the United States. That the United States.
Well, Slovakia versus the United States.
Yeah, but I know United States did beat Slovakia. They beat them 2-1. So I think that'll be a good one.
I think Slovakia, with their performance against Russia, that I think they got a lot of things going for them. But I mean, when you're looking at teams like Switzerland and South Korea, for them qualification playoffs,
South Korea's playing Finland.
Well, no, I'm talking in general as teams that are in qualification playoffs. I mean, that's not really to be expected. USA is a big upset, but then again, they don't have their NHL players.
Yeah, and Switzerland. So let's go to the next one. That'll be Norway and Slovenia. You would think if you looked at it from not knowing the points, like, oh, this is a classification game. This is see who doesn't get kicked out of the Olympics and gets demoted. No, sir. This is because Slovenia had such a good tournament. And Norway, who had an overtime loss, and that was against Germany, because Germany beat them in a shootout. Pardon me. So it counts as an overtime loss here on the thing, but a shootout loss. So that'll be an interesting game between Slovenia and Norway. I think Slovenia, if they play the way they've been, they should come out on top.
Right.
The next one will be South Korea and Finland. South Korea, you got a couple goals. Did they get one against Canada? I didn't see this final. What was the final? 4-0. No, they did not. Okay. I'm sorry. I've not been able to watch as many games. I've watched the highlights. I sleep.
It's hard for North Americans to watch this Olympics.
I choose sleep.
Well, because even so, when you're even doesn't matter what event you're really watching, unless watching skiing, in which case skiing's a little bit later in the morning.
Right. It should be aforementioned.
It's hard.
Should be aforementioned that actually they don't reseed after these games. There's winners play these certain teams. So the winner of Slovakia and the United States will play the Czechs, and that will be on Tuesday night at 10 o'clock. So the Czechs are a surprise team in this tournament, I think.
I think it wasn't really necessarily a surprise. I think they've just been like the kind of back burner kind of team.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to say this. I win because you picked Finland. I picked Sweden to succeed in this one.
Oh, okay.
So you suck.
So Norway and Slovenia, the winner of that game will be taking on... Where am I there on this one? Game 20. Winner of game... Oh, sorry. They'll play Russia. So Russia may play Slovenia again, or they'll play Norway.
Okay.
So Russia will probably...
So that about wraps it up, right?
Well, we got 2 more games here. Hold on, let me go
quick. Here we go.
South Korea and Finland. So Finland plays South Korea. That will take on the winner. They will play Canada. So maybe Korea and Canada again. Maybe. Possibly. Germany and Switzerland will play each other, and the winner of that game will play Sweden. So maybe the Swiss and the Swedes. Say that 10 times fast.
Switzerland, Swedes, Switzerland, Swedes, Switzerland, Swedes, Switzerland, Swedes, Switzerland, Swedes, Switzerland, Swedes.
Ah, 7.5. So that'll be the playoffs, and the playoffs will conclude. They'll conclude all on Wednesday morning with games with the Russian game at 2:40, Canada at 7:10, Sweden at 7:10. That will be then will lead to the semis and the bronze medal. The semifinals will take place on Friday the 23rd, and the gold medal games will be on Saturday the 24th. So it looks like we are not going to the Griffins game Saturday because the gold medal game's at 11:10. So no, well actually we could. We could.
Well, you could.
We could. We can make it back.
We can make it. We'll make it.
No, we won't go to Friday. Anyways,
so that about wraps it up. And because I'll do this because I'm a nice person. If you're watching this and it's on Monday, or if maybe it's on Sunday, if it uploads really fast.
Maybe if you're in Korea, it's Monday. No, it's still Sunday.
No, it's Monday for them now.
It's Monday
It's already Monday for them.
Yes, it is.
So, as of Sunday, February 18th, in the year of our Lord 2018.
You've been watching those worst videos of whatever or something like that. Like, this is the worst NBA slam dunk contest. That's why I always heard the start of the guy here saying the year of our Lord 2018.
Well, anyways, so on this day,
I see clearly.
I see.
On this day,
no, in the
I see clearly.
You know, in the XFL, they have a team named after Edge. And then Christian gets the Philadelphia Peeps. We'll go over that in a different episode.
Are you seriously going to do that?
No, yeah. It's all right. Anyways, so Death Valley's got a team with the Undertaker. Death Valley Undertakers. They're going to be the team to watch out for. So, in Group A, the Czechs beat Switzerland 4-1. In women's hockey, Japan beat Sweden in overtime 2-1. Group A hockey, Canada destroyed South Korea 4-0. I'm so sorry, but good. Way to go, boys. And in Group C men's hockey, Sweden beat Finland 3-1. Once again, ha! And then women's hockey, USA.
Can still make it.
And then USA will face Finland tonight in the semifinals of women's hockey at 11:10 p.m.
Are you doing the women's? Okay, sorry, I lost there.
I was just saying for tonight. But that wraps it up for the TKS news part of it. So if you want to just click away or whatever, watch a nice little video about cats, sitting on couches, that's okay. But for all of you fans, nice little followers, we're going to give you some news about the show.
Okay, so the show, the way it's working is we're going to do this from now on. We're not going to do, we're trying to keep it under 15 minutes. It's kind of hard because we had a lot to talk about, but we're just going to mainly just do quick topics. So our quick hits, it'll be the TKS. It'll we're gonna edit that on the page and everything. So whatever, if we ever do a long one like we usually do, it'll be like a special episode or something like that. But the majority of our content is now actually moved to our podcast, the Kuehl Podcast.
Yes.
And we started doing this because we realized you don't want to sit around for an hour watching a video. So I'm like, well,
especially unless you have YouTube Red, in which case, why are you paying to listen to us? That's what I've been saying.
And why aren't you paying us? But anyways, so pretty much saying so what we're gonna do is. We're going to do our hour episodes. We're going to do them on podcast, so you can listen to them on your iPod. So we're going through SoundCloud. So if you have the SoundCloud app, you can click us, follow.
Well,
hold on.
We have options here.
So we have options, but that's where we start. We go through SoundCloud, and it disperses. So if you have the SoundCloud app, you listen to us there. Obviously, anything you do is search the Kuehl Podcast. We are on there. So we're also on Google Play, and we are on iTunes, and we are trying.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, for you
second
all
result
users.
On iTunes.
Yes, because
first
if you
result
search,
on Google Play.
Let me guess. If you search our name verbatim, guess what?
On SoundCloud. Here we go, boys.
Yes, Alex. Because you want to know why? If you search the Kuehl Podcast, guess what you're going to get? The Kuehl Podcast.
I'm proud of it. Let me have my moment. Anyways, as I set my microphone up here, so yes, we have the Kuehl Podcast now. So that'll be your hour-long, 90-minute-long episode. In which case, whatever, you'll get to listen to us on the go, in your car, whatever. If you're going to go for a run, listen to a bunch of idiots.
That'll inspire you because it'll make you run off a cliff.
Yeah. You'll run faster.
You run faster. I'm like, no! We're running oncoming traffic.
You're trying to run away from us. So, obviously, and our TKS videos will actually happen every so often.
Whenever there's something to talk about.
We'll have a Tuesday episode usually, but...
No, the Tuesdays are for the podcast. Okay, so
we'll change the Tuesday episode that you'll be seeing or usually seeing is now going to be on the podcast, which will be on SoundCloud, Google Play, or iTunes. If you're an Apple folk, you actually have the podcast app.
Ooh.
And you can just look us up on there.
A little uppity, you got me little podcast and my bow tie and my little top hat. Where's my spectacle? Anyway, so you can find us that way. We'll do these the videos periodically whenever something comes up.
Yes, so TKS will be anytime during the week. Podcast will be on Tuesday.
So pretty much our quick hits
and then
are
video
becoming
game
the show.
shenanigans will still be on Thursday. Nothing changing because that is the heart of the show. My show. But that is it. Thank you all for watching. Click the video, leave a like, subscribe, tell all your friends, tell your mom because we need the subscribers.
I don't get it.
Because we need to be monetized. I want to make a quick buck off of this. I mean, come on.
Literally, we'll make $1. If we get paid $1, we'll be happy.
Talking about making a quick buck, if you have a small business or a corporation that you're trying to produce and, get it out there, feel free to contact us at keelbrothers@gmail.com.
That's Kuehl Brothers. Make sure you say that, because unless they don't click the thing, they will not know how to spell it, because I've spelled it 100 times for every person that calls me and asks me how to spell my last name.
Or you could follow us on Twitter, which we can also find at our nice little things here.
Can you read these? Can you read these? If you can read these,
them well,
you can probably read mine because I got big. You actually have you had to make yours so darn long. You need 2 sticky notes.
Oh, stop!
No, seriously, do 2 sticky notes next time.
For Tyler
you can
Keel,
see mine. See?
For his, it is at TJK, all in caps, lowercase u 29, and that's his Twitter handle. And mine is at Real Alex Keel with R, capital A, capital K.
If you just search it on Twitter, Alex, it doesn't matter as long as you get it right.
Whatever. Anyways, that is it for here. We are going to be shutting down. Blowing out all the candles. That way has the smoke coming up. Oh, God. I really look like I vape.
You vape, bro? Dude. Blow right in your face. When you do the twirly-dirly thing, is it working? Nope.
No. For Tyler Keel, this is Alex Keel.
Hookah Lounge. No.
Thank you for watching The Keel Show, The Real Keel Show, The Very Keel Show.
It's just The Keel Show. We tried to do The Very Keel Show, but you said no.
Yeah. Tune in on The Keel podcast every Tuesday. Video game shenanigans on Thursday. Leave a like, subscribe, tell all your friends, tell your mom. See you next time.